And that's how we clean a patio. What's happening, Hardscaper's first project of the year, and we're doing a lift and relay. Let's get into this. So I like starting my seasons off with lift and relays. They're perfect. We're not having to excavate in this muddy soil. We are going ahead and just lifting, replacing the bedding layer, relaying polymeric sand. So in this spring weather where it's really muddy, we don't have to excavate and it's a lot easier to do. So we've already gone ahead and give this a nice pressure washing. So a huge before and after of what that looks like. I like to do the pressure washing before lifting and not after relaying, just because all that gunk that we got off the surface would have gone into the joints, and then we're putting polymeric sand. We want to make sure our joints are nice and clear. Plus we can get the majority of that polymeric sand off the surface or off the sides, so we're not having to clean that manually. So I think I got the majority of it. Anything else is going to be loose and very easy to peel off. So next step is lifting, putting aside, scraping out the bedding layer, re-screeding a new bedding layer, and then relaying polymeric sand. Done. Should be about a 2-day project. This is about 300 square feet here. Now, one problem that we do have is we have a cracked one. This is about 15 years old. This is stone tile. This is a discontinued product, and this specific color I believe was called Sorrento, or maybe that was the style, the texture on the surface, I can't remember. This is back when I first started in the industry, so back in 2007. So that's where we're not going to be able to replace this. Client did give us a replacement option. We're going to give that a try, but we also do have a cracked one there, but we're going to hide that okay, especially up against that post. So we're going to try to find a discrete area to put that 2x2, and unfortunately don't know quite where the best spot is for that. It does look like we have a pattern. We have 2x2, 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 2x2 on that angle there, and then that looks like there's a rectangle and then a square. So yeah, rectangle, square, rectangle, square. So that's our pattern there, and it gets difficult to actually go ahead and change that pattern because we've already got our preset cuts that we need to follow. So that is going to be interesting. But let's get lifting and clean this place up. Okay, day 2, we've been dealing with a lot of rainfall, so we put in a 3/4 of a day, a half day, get rid of that bedding layer, added some of our 8 gravel and compacted. Now we're going to start screeding and laying. Problem with this area is these border pavers are thicker than our interior pavers, so I'm going to screed the border around the foundation. That allows me to put the border in, and then I'm going to re-screed for the stone tile in the interior. And along the edge, it's a lot easier to just rake back our bedding layer to be able to place those. So I'm not going to worry about that. Just worried about getting this along the foundation nice and screeded. Try to get it level and get 1/4 of an inch per foot slope out to the grass, or about 1/8 of an inch, somewhere in between there. Let's walk through what I just did here. So, like I said, border pavers are thicker than the stone tile pavers, or slabs. And what we need to do is first get that border paver in, because that gets difficult along the foundation to get that in after the fact. The border along where I got lots of room, much easier to just screed that after the fact. So I want to get the foundation in and then re-screed for the interior. So I did like a 3/4 inch bedding layer for the border pavers, and then that leaves me with about less than 1.5 inches for the interior, which is fine. But 1.5 inches is the most I kind of want to go for the using HPB or even concrete sand. So now you can see that part of the border pavers are actually buried with that second screeding. So now when I put my slabs in, it's going to match the exact height. And that's why I was using this broken one here to just measure, just to make sure I was correct with where I was screeding. And we're good to go. We're ready to start laying. I'm really going to make an attempt to protect my knees this year. All right, we're looking good. A lot of weird cuts with this and what they did, but our one broken one, we're gonna replace that. Border's going in, and yeah, ultimately we're looking pretty good. It's gonna take me about 1 more hour, and then we gotta wait for no more rain in the forecast to do the sand. All right, that's a wrap. We just have to do one more quick pressure washing and then sand once we're not rained on. Plastic edge restraint on this, I replaced the old one just because it was so warped and bent. Might as well just replace it and go with the brand new one. All right, now we need to do the polymeric sand. So we're gonna be sweeping it in, and because I don't want to crack the slabs, I'm actually gonna be using a mallet to get that down into the joints. There we are, end of the project. Nice and clean, minus where I put the chairs down to walk them on. But that is the end of the project. Now we're gonna do the neighbors.